that was behind the one you see in flames there right now. Bottom line is this. The fire department in Grand Forks is not able to do anything in terms of fighting these fires. It is all, they don't have the water pressure. The Coast Guard has brought in what they call P, and now we're back again to live pictures. As I was saying, the Coast Guard is bringing in pumpers, which they hope people use to pump water, ironically, the flood water, to pump onto the fires. They haven't been able to do that yet. So they're really up against it. What they did earlier in the day, if you were watching CNN earlier, we had some live pictures of what they call bucket planes, as well as bucket dumpers on this original fire that you see, and we're back in tape now. On this original fire, they were dumping water from the sky, a place they could get it. But at this hour, they have even abandoned that situation. They're not fighting it in that way, and I don't know if that's even going to be possible in the dark. It's a very fluid situation in Grand Forks at this hour. It's been an extraordinary day here, a day of now 2 fights. The first fight was lost early, perhaps about midnight, and that was a fight against the river.
Rather. That's right around here. We'll go ahead and just read some announcements through this. Ron Broyles of Thompson can take 2 to 4 people, no pets. Call 701-599-2605. Brenda Cuglin, please call your son at 775-8709.
Mary Gunther of Rosenfeld, Manitoba, which is 12 miles north of the border, has room for a
family of 4 to 5. They would prefer no pets. 204-324-6102. 204-324.
Did you hear the question, Doug?
Something about utilities.
Yeah, what's the utility situation?
What services are remaining for those folks?
Well, there's still the power in some of those areas that are underwater, but there was power lost, I think it was Thursday, late Thursday, and there's still places out there.
The old security building, while firefighters tried in vain to find the now submerged fire hydrant on downtown City Street.
20 minutes, no problem, but there's 2 people over the floor. Over there. You're going to be out of here in 20 minutes, no problem.
Finally, those efforts were called off, and the rescue of those individuals still in the surrounding buildings ensued.
2 people on the roof over there. No, over. It's out. Yeah,
from their home. Was nothing but a steady stream of vehicles leaving the site of what has become North Dakota's most major disaster.
Aerial pictures taken by KARE 11 News out of Minneapolis for us. It's connected to this building are the former landing. There were 20 apartments above that former bar. The officials say that it was searched twice and everyone got out safely. But at this time, at least 2 or 3 other buildings connected to it are also on fire. Connected to that building are Ag Week and the Grand Forks Herald. Across the alley from it is the Federal Building. Emergency officials can't get in there with fire trucks. From what we've heard so far, they just have to let it burn. Around 7 o'clock found a way to battle the blaze, even though they couldn't reach it through the floodwaters. Planes and a helicopter were brought in to drop water and chemicals on the fire from the air. At this point, it appears the fire has been contained to the block. At least 3 businesses were in the block, including the newly remodeled Grand Forks Herald newspaper. But exactly how much damage was sustained isn't clear. So at this
Long lines of traffic still stricken victims lined up outside the Grand Forks Air Force Base today.
All waiting to get in. The displaced residents wound up at one of the several shelters provided by the base. This one will house 2,000 people. The cots are out, and these beds of cloth and metal will now be called home.
I haven't tried to sleep on it yet. That's what I think won't have my problem, because I'm used to my own bed. It's hard sleeping on something like this, you know, when you're not used to it.
It's really depressing and lonely. They're doing a wonderful job here with people, but it's kind of sad not to have anyone, not to get a hold of anyone in your family.
It's new to us. Yeah. And we're pretty tired anyway. I was up since 2:30 last night.
This crib illustrates an ironic twist to the situation. The crib keeps the children safe, while the shelter keeps it safe.
Nothing wrong with it, though. I mean, I'm safe and plenty of beds and stuff around, you know, and it's warm, so. There's always a future, you know. You can't look back at the bad. Just gotta look towards the good, I guess.
The Salvation Army has been hard at work preparing what they can. Hills of donated food pile up to feed the masses. So far, it's been a bittersweet day for volunteers.
It feels strange to, you know, try and cheer these people up, but I really don't know what to do, honestly. You know, I'm trying to be myself and trying to be happy and cheerful, but people come by with the same, you know, solitude on their face. They try and laugh and smile, you know, and the key word is try, and that's all you can keep doing, you know, keep hopeful.
Some Grand Forks residents are moving much further west from the city. They expect to house at least 10,000 evacuees from the city. They urge people to bring clothes, sheets, and pillows. Officials say they will do the best they can to accommodate the public, but no one can know how long this temporary city will last, even after the red crest. Kurt Lenz, WDAZ, News Center 8.
In the state, 50,000 people, most of them evacuated now because of the flood, but the downtown now engulfed
in flames. A very, very difficult situation in Grand Forks, North Dakota. We will continue to watch it, though, throughout the night. We don't even want to think about what the morning light will bring, but we will be here to bring it to you live.
Earlier today, and Jerry really, he's back at the fire department. He has a crew out there right now just trying to figure out how bad the problem is downtown of these fires, and he says it may take a couple of hours for them to even determine just how many buildings are burning and where the fires are, what rooftops might be burning, where the biggest fires are. The latest we can tell you from them is that they are talking to the Air Force Base and hoping that they believe the Air Force Base has a larger one of those crash trucks like the airport that they will be able to bring in that will be able to go deeper into this water and get closer to the fires and be able to put those out. Looking at the rest of my notes, so they're waiting to get that right now. And basically, he has about 35 of his people down there, but he says this is not a problem of people.
That area, I'm sure they're concentrating most on those immediately around
the building into a different block, which was North 4th Street near Demers Avenue. That's the where the water.
Our intersection, our only way out is starting to get water over it. So I believe they now are decided that that's enough of watching what is probably quite a spectacular show. And as I look to the back of their building, you saw the front of their building a moment ago of the optometry office there. Quite a bit of room before it gets to the front door, but along the back side, which you won't be able to see from our vantage point of the camera, I would say there's probably already 3 or 4, well, probably 3 inches lapping at the back of that building already. It's coming through. It came into the library court and then came back behind. I was somewhat curious, and I was always going to check it, but I was always up here at night the last, most of last night. I haven't been up here today to check out the library, obviously one of our public institutions. I know the building yet, and I can see concrete up to the door. So that is a good sign. The library appears, for the time being anyway,